Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Laura and I are going to hop on this evening and share with you essential oils to help support your brain health. So I hope that you'll all join us, and if you have questions, please put them in the comments as we talk. And I'm going to try and invite her here. There we go. Get in here. There she is. Hello.
Hello.
All right. And Megan's here. Hi, Megan. So tonight we are talking, this is part of our monthly series. If you haven't joined us before, each month we hop on our Facebook Live and share with you a specific topic of how to use your essential oils. And so tonight we're talking all about oils to help support your brain health, because that's what this group is all about.
Right? It's like we all need it, but especially y'all need it for sure.
And so just to recap, if this is your first time joining us, Laura has been a friend for, gosh, I don't know, 15 years maybe.
Long time.
I'm her photographer. She's been my yoga instructor, my life coach. We've traveled together, and
we've traveled the world together.
We have. And she is the person who introduced me to essential oils. And so she's much more knowledgeable than I am. So I love having her come into this group and help share, because she can usually answer questions if I get stumped. John, yes, you are here. He asked if I'm here. Yes, you are, John. Welcome. And Megan, I see you're here too. And Crystal Harris has joined us. Wonderful. So you guys, as we get going here, if you have questions as we go, please feel free to input the questions in the comments, and we should see those pop up. And I also have my laptop here I can watch on there as well. But we're going to start with Laura's just going to give us a really quick overview of what essential oils are and like the ways you can use oils. And then we will hop into our topic for tonight, which is essential oils to support your brain health.
I love it. And just so you guys know, we are also going to start doing a basic introduction to essential oils event regularly. And the first one we have scheduled is in 2 weeks. So I believe it's 2 weeks from tonight. So keep an eye out for it if you want to know more about the basics, only because we were thinking we want to keep these monthly topical topics really just on the topic, so that you don't have to re-listen to all the intro to the oil info at the beginning. So you can definitely go to that. And this one will keep a little bit more on whatever it is that we want to talk about. Yes. And now, that said, I do want to talk a little bit about essential oils though, and how they help the body. Because what essential oils basically do is they support the systems of the body to do what the systems of the body are supposed to do. Okay? So our body is naturally wired for health and wellness. The body is naturally wired to fix things, the immune system is there to get rid of the viruses and the bacteria in order for you to have health. The brain is wired. The brain is, as you guys I'm sure probably know, is incredibly malleable and actually can grow and evolve and shift and heal and do all sorts of wonderful things. And essential oils support that function. Okay, so that's one of the greatest things about them. Now, one of the most important things, though, for you to know is purity makes a huge difference. And this is really important for Amy and I, for you guys to know this, because there is a huge range of essential oils out there, just like anything. There is a huge range, and it goes all the way from truly organic, pure, therapeutic grade to so adulterated you're going to hurt yourself if you use them. And that's why we want you to really know that you need to have something that is pure and therapeutic grade in order for it to actually do the things that we're going to talk about. Did you get your bottle?
I did. I love that you knew
go
what
ahead.
I was doing.
Do your thing.
I just moved, you guys, and so I'm in a little bit of chaos, but I almost threw this bottle away when I moved, and I was like, nope, it's my prop. So I bought this at the health food store. This is the Now brand, Frankincense. And it is how many milliliters? It's a 1 ounce, 30 milliliter bottle. I bought it for like $9.99. And that should be a red flag because that's pretty cheap for frankincense. And it says right on it, well, first of all, it says 100%, where's my camera? 100% pure and natural. And then it says 100% pure essential oils. And then it says caution, not recommended for internal or topical use. Internal or topical use. So what are you supposed to do with it? So what that's telling me is that there is like a filler in here. It could be a synthetic. We don't know what's in here other than the frankincense. And so that's a huge problem because if you're going to put it in your diffuser, you're taking it in, what's the word? Aromatically. And so like it's getting right into your bloodstream. And so purity is important. And so here's the brand I bought at the health food store and my frankincense from Young Living. So
yeah, and it actually, these cross the blood-brain barrier, so they're in your brain within 22 seconds of inhaling it. So it's definitely something you want to be careful of going forward if you're going to begin to explore using essential oils in your own process with your brain health. So the brand that Amy and I use is Young Living, and that is the brand that we definitely recommend for this. Know that you also cannot trust labeling. This is the last thing I'll say around this, and then we can move on, because there's a little bit of regulation, but very little. It can say organic and not be organic. It can also say 100% pure and therapeutic, and all it needs is 5% of the actual compound in it to be labeled that way. So you really do need to be careful. Just be an educated consumer for sure. Okay, so what we had...
I think I lost your sound, Laura. No, I'm getting some weird... You can hear me? I can't hear you either. Can anybody hear us if you're watching? Barry says, shh, don't tell her. So I don't know what that means.
Oh, there! I can hear you now.
I can hear you now, too. That was super weird. Obsessed.
John, you're really funny. That cracked me up.
Okay, we're back.
Okay, so I am not quite sure if you guys missed it or if we just missed it. I was just going to say, Amy's going to talk about oils, and I'll talk a little bit too, but she's going to talk about oils that she used. And that's so funny. I think, Amy, you and I
can hear us. Yeah, that's weird.
And then I'm going to talk about 3 different products Young Living has that have a profound effect on brain wellness. And then we're going to talk about one other product after that. So, Amy, do you want to jump in and start with your oils?
Yes. So when I first had my injury, when I first fell on the ice, I had already been using, I had like literally just gotten my starter kit like days before I fell. And I was so thankful that I already had these. And I remember talking with Laura, like, how do I use it? You know, like, I mean, because you have to remember I had whiplash, I dislocated my sternum, like I had a whole lot of stuff going on other than just my brain injury. And the first oil that sold me was Peppermint. Love, love, love Peppermint. And peppermint is one of those oils that's like good for so many things. It's good for energy, emotional support, aches and pains. What am I missing? I'm missing a lot of.
It supports your digestion. It's great for your breath. It's great for focus.
Yes.
My daughter use this when it's late at night and we need to still do homework and we don't want something that's going to keep us up, but that gives us the perkiness.
So peppermint is always in my purse. I do not leave home without peppermint. And if you guys follow me, you know that I do a lot of traveling. If I start feeling like fatigued, I'll put a drop on my tongue. I'll put it on my neck if I have a neck ache, or if I'm feeling just a little fatigued or funky, I'll put it on my neck. And it has like a cooling sensation when you use peppermint. So I love, love, love peppermint. Did I miss anything with peppermint?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Peppermint's like, seriously, I don't leave home without it. And I can't tell you how many friends are like, oh, I'm getting a headache. I'm like, here, use some peppermint. And if they've never used oils, they're a little bit skeptical. And then they try it. Like when I was just in DC, my friend Anne had just a little bit of a headache. She'd gotten in the night before. She'd been traveling. She was just feeling a little bit out of it, and it was early in the morning, and I had her put it on her neck, and I had her put a drop on her tongue, and within like 10 minutes she was like, what did you give me? Because it was like it had such an effect on her. My second favorite is Cedar Wood. I cannot figure out the camera. There we go. Cedar Wood. Okay, so this is where I talk about smells. And Laura knows where I'm going. So essential oils, people are always like, oh, I don't like how that smells, or I don't like that one, it doesn't smell good. It's not about the smell. You don't have to like the smell.
You are not buying perfume.
I cannot stand the smell of cedar wood. It smells like cat pee. I hate it, but it works. I diffuse this every night when I sleep. It helps with sleep. It helps just like mental clarity. And this is one that Laura got me hooked on pretty early in my recovery because of the brain fog and all of that stuff. And I could notice a huge, huge, huge difference when I used it and when I'd forget to use it because I forgot to do everything those first 18 months. So cedarwood works amazing.
Because we did a lot of research. Remember,
Yes.
Amy, right at the beginning, and what we discovered is there's a lot of sesquiterpenes.
Yeah, that word.
In cedarwood. That is worth a Google, you guys. Sesquiterpenes.
How do you smell it? Spell it.
Smell it. SESQUITERPENE, I believe. That's the compound that's in cedarwood that's really supports brain health. It's really amazing. So, and it's also in frankincense, which you're going to be talking about too, I am sure. I know how you feel about Frank. You're typing it in, aren't you?
I'm typing it in so that everybody
can
look it up.
So the other thing I use cedarwood for too, I'll just throw this out, is it is really good for focus. So some people use it when they need to focus on balancing their checkbook, right? I like it because it takes all the crazies and, you know, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do this, and when I'm lying in bed trying to go to sleep, and I put a drop right on my brainstem, and it just focuses everything down, right? So it's instead of all, you're focused, but the focus is sleep. You're going to fall asleep on me as we're doing this, aren't you?
I really do not like how it smells, but I know that, you know, it's worth it. So sometimes if I'm traveling and if I'm just going for a night and I don't want to bring my diffuser along, I'll put it on my wrist because I kind of sleep. I sleep like this. So I'll put it on my wrists because then it's kind of by my face. Or I make a little spray bottle and I'll mist my pillow too.
We call that being a human diffuser.
Yes. So another one of my must-haves is lavender, and this is the interesting one that I get really interesting reactions. A lot of people have it what's the word, they don't like it. They have a strong opinion of, yeah, and I love lavender, but again, it's not about the smell. And One thing I do want to mention is I hear a lot of people talk about how they have sensitivities to smells. And typically with essential oils, if you have a pure essential oil, you should not have a sensitivity unless like you have a sensitivity to that specific thing. Like if you're allergic to lavender, you're clearly going to be allergic to lavender oil.
Actually, won't necessarily.
Not necessarily?
I'll correct that. Not necessarily. You might be. But the oils lack the proteins, and that's what most people are actually allergic to. So you could be, cedarwood is something that I'm challenged with myself. But you could be, but mostly you won't.
But my point is that when people have sensitivities to smells, it's usually the toxic chemicals, such as a candle or a perfume or like a Glade plug-in. It's typically the chemical you have a reaction to. So with oils, you shouldn't have a strong reaction to the sense of a sensitivity to the scents. So I do like to point that out because I know a lot of people are like, oh, I don't like smells. Well, oils are different.
Yeah, and people say I get a headache from the smells. If I get a headache from the smell, it's usually the chemicals and synthetics when people say that. Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Lavender is really amazing for your mood. It's a very good mood stabilizer. It's a calming oil. I know, Laura, in your yoga classes, you have a lot of times will put a drop in her hand and rub it. So now you're getting topical.
Breathe that baby in,
and you're getting the aromatic. And so like Laura said, 22 seconds, the aromatic is into your blood-brain
it's across the blood-brain barrier and it's in your brain and affecting it. Yeah. In a good way.
In a good way. And anything topical too, it's getting into your bloodstream in like about 2 minutes, I believe. 22 something.
It takes 22 minutes to get into every cell of the body.
22 minutes.
Yeah.
And so now think about that when you put your Bath and Body lotion on before you go to bed tonight. You might want to think twice about that.
Absolutely.
And then my fourth oil, frankincense.
It's Frank.
It's Frank. So I'm not going to lie, Frank is a spendy oil. I believe this bottle is around $100. But how many drops do you get out of here? About 90 to 100?
250.
What?
250. Between 250 and 300.
So
yeah, I think it's $80 or something. But yeah, it's spendy.
But this bottle will last me for months, and I use a drop on my skin. So every morning I take a little bit of coconut oil and a drop of Frank, and I put it on my skin. That's my morning moisturizer. And then at night I will often put a drop in my diffuser. So I might use 2 drops a day. And I'll do this so you guys can see. What's this thing called?
The orifice?
Yeah.
Reducer.
So you'll see, let me get to where the camera is. You can really be precise. Oops, I got 2. But you can be really precise getting, this one's a thinner one. Some are thinner, some are thicker. Some you have to sit and hold it forever for it to come out, like vetiver. But you can be pretty precise and not be wasteful of your oils.
And, I'll also say the other benefit of that is, Amy's putting on her skin. It's actually amazing for the skin. It's going inside her body, like it's being absorbed by her skin and going into her bloodstream, which we want. And she's also breathing it in. So it's helping her skin. That one drop affects her skin and her brain, and it's in her system. I mean, it's just amazing, right? It's like so many good things happen from one drop.
And frankincense is one of the more powerful oils. Frank and rose are probably the 2 most powerful oils that you can use. Am I pretty close? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so frankincense it has so many benefits. If you just even Google it, it has so many benefits. But it's really, really powerful for the brain. Mental clarity.
It's full of those sesame terpenes.
What?
It's full of the sesquiterpenes.
Yeah, look that word up.
Yeah, right.
So frankincense and so again, the 4 oils I showed you: frankincense, lavender, peppermint, and cedarwood. And 3 of these are in the starter kit. Peppermint, lavender, and frank all come in the starter kit. And then cedarwood for the 15 milliliter, it's only like $11 or something. It's really not an expensive oil, and it's quite powerful.
Absolutely. All right, are you done with your oils?
I think I'm done with my oils.
Okay. So when we were talking about brain health, we thought, okay, Amy and I were talking about it. We really wanted to share 3 very particular products that are specifically, well, they're not specific. Well, 2 of them are specifically designed for the brain. But so we're going to talk about those. So these are they're Young Living products that are oil infused. So they all have essential oils in them. The first one is Ningxia Red. And Ningxia Red is Young Living's antioxidant drink. Ah, yes. Every once in a while we have a full bottle, but usually they're open and partially drunk. It also comes in these little 2-ounce packs.
I travel with those.
Mm-hmm. We have them for the kiddos. They take them to school. Sierra had AP test today, advanced placement test today. So we gave her we joke, in case of emergency, break seal. So antioxidants, if you're not familiar with antioxidants, they basically support every system in the body. Okay, they're amazing. I won't go into it on tonight's call, but on this one, but what are you showing me?
I'm just showing them what it says.
Oh, God. I thought you were showing it to me. And it's definitely worth looking up. Antioxidants are incredibly powerful for the whole body, but particularly for the immune system and the brain. They are very good for the brain. This is something that I know a couple of you have already embraced Young Living, and I've asked you, what do you think has been the most supportive? And everyone has said Ningxia Red is the thing.
I will admit, it took me 4 years to really try it. Because I mean, okay, so I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of expensive. I mean, you know, it's like $90. Is it $90 for the 2-pack?
74. Yeah.
So like $70 for, you get 2 bottles, and the 2 bottles should last you. I do 2 ounces a day. So the 2 bottles will last me a whole month, and they come in a glass bottle. But what's $70 a month? I mean, that's like Starbucks, if you go to Starbucks all the time, or, you know, whatever it might be. When I started using this, I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a true shot. So I used it for a month, and I was hooked. I mean, I can tell major difference when I use it. And I ran out, like, I didn't get my order timed right, and I didn't have it for like a week and a half. And it was like, I was so sleepy, and you know, I was super sleepy, like more than my normal, and it dawned on me that I hadn't been taking this because I was out of it. And when I moved, it kind of got packed, and so I didn't have it for 2 days, which, I mean, 2 days isn't that long. But I mean, this is my baby. I love this now. This is the one thing I can't do without every month. Like, forget Starbucks. I don't care about it anymore. You know, I don't need to buy a t-shirt, you know, or whatever it is that I'm tempted to spend my money on. I'm putting my money into my brain health.
And I know a lot of people who have given up coffee habits, soda habits, other habits in order to afford it. It's like, I don't need it anymore. Just like you said, I don't do it anymore. This is where I'm putting my money, for sure. Ellen asked you to type. Would you type it in for her?
Oh, the Ningxia Red?
Yeah, I tried, but it's too hard on my phone. I know you have the computer open.
I
Okay, so the next one then I wanted to share with you. This is actually my very favorite. Now, I don't have a brain injury. What I have is... I'm putting it out there, guys. I have foggy brain from perimenopause, and it's really been a factor for the last 5 years or so. And this is my favorite product that Young Living makes. It's Ningxia Nitro. And you know, I also wanted to say, so the base of this is, because they're actually companion products. The base of the Ningxia Red is a goji berry. And if you're not familiar with goji berries, they're superfoods. And what a superfood is, it's basically a lot of bang per calorie. So you get a lot of nutrients packed into a single calorie. And a goji berry is one of those superfoods. So there is a ton of good nutrients in here. This is what I give my kids for their multi. Now, it's not a multivitamin, but it makes me feel good that they're getting it into their system. So we use it for that. And the reason I share that is because the base of this, the Nitro, this is the Nitro, comes in a tube. It's actually liquid. It tastes a lot like Ningxia Red. But it's incredibly potent, specifically for the brain. It's made for cognitive fitness. Okay, so in it are all sorts of great things for focus. There is a tiny bit of caffeine. It's 35 milligrams and it comes from green tea. So it's about the same amount as a single cup of green tea. But the reason they put it in there is because green tea, it's a green tea extract, is actually the best form of caffeine for your brain for creating that alertness. If you have a hard time with caffeine, there's also in it D-ribose, which helps your body basically utilize the caffeine well. I get kind of like this, and Amy knows how I get on caffeine. We've traveled. She knows, yeah, it's scary.
I'm the opposite if I don't have caffeine.
It's like, oh God, she hasn't had caffeine. Oh God, I have. But it doesn't even give me a hit. It's just like this steady energy and this amazing focus. There's also Korean ginseng in it, and of course essential oils, all to support brain health. It's fabulous. Okay, one last extra product I wanted to share with you in this section, and that is MindWise. Now, MindWise is an unsaturated fatty, like omega-3 oil supplement that you can take. Now, it is full of amazing things for the brain, and I want to share a few of them with you. One of them is the Sacha Inchi nut. Now, this comes from Central America. It's actually a seed, and they process it up to get the oils out of it. They're medium chain triglycerides. But the Sacha Inchi seed is used in Central America for brain health. It's been used for centuries for brain health by indigenous people. Isn't this kind of cool? I love this about Young Living, is they do cool stuff.
They're very, very thoughtful on everything they create.
Very thoughtful. And they will, you know, if they find that an ingredient is sourced in a way that they don't like, they will pull the product until they find better sourcing. They're always looking for the best source of everything, the most bioavailable for the body, meaning your body actually uses it. It's really cool. But there's also turmeric in the MindWise, which is amazing. It's for both cardiovascular and brain health.
And inflammation.
CoQ10, which coenzyme Q10, if you're not familiar with what that is definitely something that is worth Googling and learning more about. It's a really important enzyme in the body that you need to add. We actually have it. We were born with it, but we use it up. And as we get older, we need to supplement with it. And there's vitamin D3. It's really good stuff for the brain. So MindWise, I think the big ones would be Ningxia Red, Nitro, and MindWise. I was going to say in that order, but I would say Ningxia Red, and then read about Nitro and MindWise, because I don't know, those would be interchangeable. But so you did drop it. She's afraid she's going to. Ultimately, the ultimate would definitely be all three, but starting with Ningxia Red for sure. Okay, do you want to do the final?
Yeah, I'm just putting links in here as we talk about them. Okay,
so
go ahead.
I was just going to introduce it for you so you could do your typing. So the last thing we wanted to do really quickly, and this is going to be a separate topic that we are going to do, I think in 2 months. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Is it next month?
Mm-hmm.
And that is creating a non-toxic home. So for those of you who have been working on your brain health, I mean, it's not good for any brain, but especially for brains that are already injured. The harsh toxic chemicals that we have in our house are harmful, right? I mean,
Yeah.
really, really bad. And there was one thing in particular we wanted to share with you tonight that can get rid of a whole lot of what you've got going on in your house.
And I switched to this a few months ago. It is the Thieves All-Purpose Cleaner. And this replaces like every cleaning product in your house, like your Windex, your Lysol, your Febreze, your
furniture polish,
like all that.
Toilet cleaner.
Oh my God, I used it in the toilet and the shower, and I was like, this works better than any of that stuff ever even worked. But so this is highly, highly concentrated, and you literally put one capful in a spray bottle and then fill it with water. And that's literally all you need. Like, this little bottle will last you. I mean, if you're a family of 5, it won't last you as long as me, a single person, but I would venture to guess this is gonna last me a year, 6 months.
Oh, at least.
Yeah. So, and it smells delicious. My dad was like, what did you spray?
It'll sell between 30 and 40 bottles,
huh?
Depending on how much you do. So 30 or 40 spray bottles, that's a lot.
Wow, yeah. And so like I use it like just as my Febreze. You know, it's a little bit like waterier, but I mean, it smells so good. But this is, you know, completely made with different essential oils. And like it eliminates all those harsh, harmful things that we're using in our home. And I used to love those plug-in, like I didn't get like the Glade, I got like the Bath and Body kind, but they're all terrible. They're all just full of chemicals. But I loved those, and I got rid of all of them. And I mean, I use my diffuser. I have my diffuser running all day. That's my smelly stuff now, right? And I use straight up essential oils with coconut oil for like my body lotion. Like I was telling you how I do my face with frankincense. You know, I've tried eliminating as much as I can. And like Laura said, next month, I believe, I just looked it up. It's Tuesday, June 5th. So put that on your calendar. We'll be talking about how to get more toxins out of your life with some of the Young Living stuff.
But the thing with the Thieves Cleaner is it'll declutter because it replaces everything, and it is cheaper, you guys. So it's cheaper than any of your cleaners because I think it's about 80 cents per spray bottle that you make, depending on how big it is and how much you use in it. So it's definitely something to consider for sure.
And it's less expensive than buying all these things. This bottle is like $22. And like Laura said, it's gonna last me like a year. And you know, all those other things are like $4, $5, $6 per bottle. Yeah. And it smells delicious.
It does. It does. And it's safe for kiddos to crawl on. It's safe for pets,
kids.
It's safe. Yeah. It's good stuff. All right. So did we cover everything? Does anybody have any questions we can answer?
And
before we close,
I'm gonna put the link in here too. So I added an essential oils page on my website, and we are starting a training series on there. So I just put that link in. You guys can go and sign up to get into the training series, and you will get recipes, you'll get checklists, you'll get all sorts of cool stuff to just help you understand. There's a video there that helps you understand how to use them, why to use them. So you can get a lot more information there. And then, like I said, next month, we will talk about the toxins. Sorry, I was
Toxins.
reading John's comment as I was trying to talk.
I know it's hard to do. And in 2 weeks, we'll do the intro series.
Yes.
But if you are ready, the starter kit gives you a whole bunch of goodies and a diffuser. That's my diffuser, if you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of hard to tell. So if you're ready, you can let Amy know to take that next step. If you want to learn more, stick with us. We're going to be teaching you a whole lot more.
Yeah. So awesome. Anything else, Laura? I think we covered it all.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So, I mean, if you want to continue learning, like I said, we're going to keep doing these monthly Facebook Lives in here. You can sign up on that link I just gave you for my website. You can sign up there and you'll start getting a lot more emails there. And with more information, that one will be very more specific to people who want more information. And yeah, otherwise you can just keep hanging out here with us every month and shoot us any questions. Comment below if you have any questions.
All right. Oh, can I quickly do? Yeah, John wants the cleaner.
Oh, where do I get that?
So
okay.
let me just really quickly talk a little bit about Young Living. Young Living, you can buy retail if you want. So John, if you just want that cleaner and that's all you want to get, you absolutely can set up an account through Amy and buy it, just the cleaner. But what most people do with Young Living is they start with the starter kit, which is the 10 oils, actually get an 11th, as well as a diffuser, and then you get 24% off forever. That, you know, you're part of Young Living. You get the discount, which is really nice. So it's up to you. You can definitely contact Amy if you want to have more information about that, but you can also just get the cleaner if you want. That's totally fine. Mm-hmm. That was really quick, I know. It's in the starter kit is $160, and it gives you about $340 worth of already. Then it'll give you about $340 worth of products. So it's a really good deal, and it gets you the frankincense, the peppermint, the lavender. It gets you 2 samples of the Ningxia Red. So it gets you a lot of what we've already talked about. And what?
A sample of the Thieves Cleaner.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
You do get a sample of that,
which would make you a spray bottle.
It would give you a whole spray bottle to play with. So that's an idea too. All right. Anything else? Did I do okay there?
Yeah.
Did I do it fast enough?
Yeah. Awesome. So thank you everyone for joining us. And then just another reminder again, that's June 5th. We'll be doing our Facebook Live again next month, talking about getting rid of toxins out of your home. And from everything. Oh, Ellen just.
Yes, said, Ellen, you can. Yes.
Yep. Prices are just, you know, they're obviously Canada. A little different Canadian versus American dollars, but yep, you can definitely sign up in Canada. And
there's a little difference with the starter kit, but it's pretty similar. So absolutely. And in 2 weeks, we'll do the intro event. And
Ellen, if you click the link that I put, the facesofTBI.com/EO, if you go there, I have a link for you if you're interested in getting the starter kit. And then, like I said, there's also the video there that helps teach you how to use them. And then once you get your starter kit, either Laura or myself, we can either do like a Zoom or phone call, and we'll go through every product in your kit and how to use it. Because I know it's really overwhelming. It's like Christmas. Too. You open this kit and it's like, oh my gosh, all this great stuff, but how do I use it?
Squeeze.
So awesome.
And you'll get a little package from me too.
And me. Yep. Yeah. You're going to get some goodies.
Fun.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, everyone.
Amy, you should add your link. Add your link here too. Make it even easier.
Just the straight.
Add your, yeah. All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for watching, and we'll see you next month. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.